Hello, boys and girls. It is Pearlo Wisdom here. And you're listening to Rico and Pearlo's House of Jaime's NHL Exotic Picks Frolic. Exotic Jaime's NHL Picks Frolic, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm pissed today. I had such a bad day. Not too often that I have bad days, but this was a fucking brutal day. Brutal. Let me go over the picks for the day. Oh my gosh, probably lost about 10 units I had technical difficulties. Should have been on earlier. Couldn't figure out my camera. I just didn't have enough naps. So we had no goals first 5 for the New Jersey game. Oh, Jaime's body lube. It's the best there. I said it. Jaime's body lube. Jaime's body lube. Thank God for that. Because days like today, you need some serious cream pie body lube going on. Today, Russell, I have been fucking horrible. Horrible. This has got to be the worst day of the year, I think. I don't even know if I got one pick correct. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Exotic will be on here in a bit. Hopefully you did better than I did. We had no goals first 5, and that's when the best part of the day was for New Jets versus Devils. No goals first 5. Boom! Having a wonderful Sunday. Under 6.5. No, not even close. We had the draw. Did not get the draw. We had Devils team total under 2.5. Nope. And under 3. Oh, wow. We pushed. We pushed on that shit. I have not been bad lately. This has been like Jets ML first period. Nope. Buckline first period. Nope. Hullebuck over saves. Missed by 1. Missed by 1, didn't we? Yeah. So there's that game. What else did I have? I shouldn't even be upset. I mean, we've been hitting everything for a long time. You're going to have one of these days every once in a while, but still pisses me off. Still pisses me off. We had the Penguins team total over 3. Not even close. Didn't even get a fucking goal. No, not one. Draw. Could have been. No, 1-0. No. How the fuck do the Capitals lose in that spot? How? Against Ahonen. They get 30 shots against Ahonen and they get 2 fucking goals? Are you kidding me? That was Ahonen in that, right? So, yeah. Got nothing. Nothing. I had Strome over shots. Only got 1. The Blue Jackets, that team that played, we talked about it last night. Remember, my first instinct was I don't know what it is. My gut says the Blue Jackets. And then everybody gave me logic, which was reasonable logic. I'm not blaming anybody. That Blue Jackets had played 6 games in 12 nights, played 3 of the last 4, and a back-to-back. So I had Utah. You know what? I got so fed up today, I didn't even watch their games. I was just pissed. Just when logic doesn't happen, it fucking drives me nuts. I didn't even take Marchenko over shots today. And he's gone over I don't know how many times. hate it when logic doesn't happen. I fucking hate it. I'm not going to bet Utah probably for about a month now to lose this game against a team that was in that spot. You can go fuck yourself. At home, you can't even outshoot a team that has been playing as much as they have. Like, don't even bother. Forget about your fucking playoff bullshit garbage. You're fucking suck. You can't win this game? Seriously? Did we even get Sergachev over shots? I didn't even look at that. Maybe I might have got Sergachev over shots. Maybe. Yep. Okay. I got Sergachev over shots. Puta scored today, yeah. Jersey assist? Did I get Jersey assist at least? Nope. This is a horrible. Utah second period. That's what I had. I laddered up that second period bullshit. Oh, I didn't even get second period puck line. I'm fucking took Capitals. Protus over 1.5 shots. Did I get that? Yeah, I think I did. And I got the over. Our best bet. We did get the over for the Sharks in Vegas. And Sharks team total over. I think we got that too. That's still going on now, right? Yeah. No, didn't get the Sharks team total over, but we did get the over. But what a horrible day. Horrible day. Anyways, I'm waiting for Dre to come on. I'm going to forget about everything that happened today. Oh. Dre's just getting set up. Well, I don't know what more to talk about. That was probably one of the worst days of the year for me. It's got to be up there in the top 3 for sure. I think it might be the worst. I missed everything. I think I got one bet out of 12 or something like that. That's my water, by the way. I'm going to wait for Dre to come on. How you doing, Russell? Paul Body. We got 9 games tomorrow. I'm on the ice, guys, tomorrow. God forbid we have that bad of a day. Holy shit. We kind of went over it yesterday. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. I still can't believe that Washington can't win that fucking game. I mean, Utah, how do you not win that game? How in the world do you not win that game? And I did, like I said yesterday, Blue Jackets are going to lay everything on the line. They're going to give everything they got because it's the last game of the road trip and they haven't won in a long time. And I don't give a shit. You don't lose that game. You don't lose that game. No, you walk away ashamed. I hope they're ashamed. I hope they are ashamed of themselves that they lost that game. You don't need a coach to tell you that you just lost to a team that is a 500 team that has played 6 games in 12 nights, 3 games in the last 4, and on a back-to-back, and you lose that game. I don't. There's they didn't even get goalied really. Absolutely fucking insane. I swear to God, I was going to put 5 units on that bitch. Thank God I didn't. Oh. You don't choose to be a volume better? I mean, I'm up a ton this year. I'm up a ton. I'm being probably overly dramatic. So you have a bad day every once in a while. I just fucking hate it. I just hate it. You know what? I don't mind having a bad day if I can look back and go, oh, you know what? I should have looked at it this way. I should have looked at it that way, or whatever. What I cannot stand is when I have a bad day and I know I made the right picks. Like I know that I know that I know that I made the right picks. And you have teams that lose to fucking teams in horrible positions, like Washington, especially Utah. I didn't really have the highest expectations of it at all. And Washington, maybe not so much, but you're a veteran team and you lose to Nashville in that spot. Yeah, I know. That's why they play the games. Just there was another time, and actually, we'll see what happens after this. Detroit played Boston, and Boston was playing three. That's who it was. Remember, I was trying to remember who it was. Now I remember who it was. Detroit played Boston. Boston had just coming off a Western road trip, just played against the Islanders, played against somebody when they got home, and they were on 3 games in 4 nights. It was like a 7-game crazy road trip. They were on 3 games in 4 nights, back to back at home. Detroit was completely rested, and they completely shit the bed. Completely shit the bed. But the good thing about it, well, at least for Detroit, after that, they kind of woke up and realized we got to get our shit together here, and they've been doing pretty well. Maybe that's going to be the case for Utah here. I don't know. Like, are they really truly aware of how bad of a loss that was? Like, we're going to see if they do. Like, that was an absolutely horrible loss. You should have destroyed Columbus. All you had to do was outwork them. Yeah, 3 bets. Yeah, well, what do I have for tomorrow so far? I don't know. I'm just waiting for Dre. That's when it really bothers me. It bothers me when they are spots that are perfect spots and they all come crumbling down in one day. One day. I could take one, but oh, there he is right now. Thanks for coming in, E. Ray.
Hey, what's happening, man? How are you?
I just had a fucking horrible day.
Oh shit. I think I may be close to breaking even. I think I'm slightly green, but I'll have to look at my tracker at the end of the day and see. I hit my 2 biggest bets, but all the other single unit bets and stuff like that were horrible. So I had first play of the day was Svechnikov over 2.5 shots. He only got 2 in the morning, so I didn't cash that. And then I had a 2-unit bet on Raquel. I really liked that. So I cashed that one, the over 2.5 shots.
Yeah, I got that one. That was one I sent it out to you, that one.
Yeah, I like that one with Rust being out, and just thought he would get. And I also like Shinnikov shots, but it was too juiced, and I didn't want to play 3, and he ended up getting 3. So I really liked that bet. And then I had Greaves saves, and I missed by the hook.
I had Hollaback saves missed by the hook.
And what else did I have? Oh, I had another 2-unit bet on this over in the evening game, so I'm glad that cashed.
I got that. That's the one bet I did get.
And then I took Dylan Gunther anytime goal. He didn't get a goal. And then what really pissed me off was I put a long shot parlay together because I've been missing them by one. And I was just going to do shots. And then I decided to add a couple point props. And if I would have just done shots, it would have cashed. But it was Marchenko over 3 shots, Gunther over 3 shots, Jenner over 2 shots, Sergachev over 2 shots. And those all cashed. And then I took a Rowinski point, which he cashed on the overtime winner. And then I took a Dylan Gunther point, and he never got a point. I figured he had 3 goals in 3 games versus the Blue Jackets. So I figured if he didn't score, he would at least be involved in one of them. And I expected it to be a higher scoring game, and it ended up 3-2. So, but yeah, that was a plus. That was a plus 1,500. But yeah. So like I said, with the over in the evening game, I think that brought me to pretty close to even because that's 4 units between that one and the Raquel bet.
I just went over my debacle of a day. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. I can't believe, I still can't believe. And you didn't bet it, and lots of people didn't bet it. I still can't believe the Mammoth don't win in that spot. Like, I cannot believe it, dude. And not only not win it, but get completely outshot. Although, when I was talking about that game last night, my initial lean was I like the Blue Jackets here. But, I mean, 3 games in 4 nights, 6 games in 12 nights. You can't lose in that spot, dude. You cannot lose in that spot and get outshot at the same time. That is a weak loss by the Mammoth.
Yeah.
And I was busy today, so I wasn't even able to watch the games. And I thank God, because I probably wouldn't have a TV left if I did. But Capitals can't lose in that spot. At least they completely outshot the Preds. So they kind of got goalied there. And
Yeah.
I never even thought about that. That was Ahonen. Ahonen stopped 28 of 30 shots.
Yeah,
If
that's
you would have
crazy.
told me the Capitals got 30 shots in that game before the game started, I'm like, I'm laughing. I got Capitals team total over. I got everything. Yeah. That one doesn't hurt quite as much.
And then when it was Vanacek in net, I just stayed away. I'm like, and I don't
did
know.
not know that it was Vanacek in that.
And then I didn't see what the closing line was, but this was probably 15, 20 minutes after Vanacek was confirmed. And I looked, and Utah was still like minus 180 on the money line or minus 170 on the money line. I'm like, you would think that there'd be some buyback on the Blue Jackets once Vanacek was in net,
Every sharp in the world was on the Mammoth. You're not losing to a team. Like, you should never in a million years lose to a team. It was a draw, but to a team that was in that spot. Never, never, never. That's an insta bet to any sharp out there at all. And I guess, like they said, that's why they play the game. Somebody said in the chat. And I had no goals first 5 and under 6.5. That was the best part of the day was the no goals first 5 in the Devils Jets game. Although it said that was a Jet spot and they would win, but Penguins team total over 3. No, not even close. What happened there, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch that entire game, but I did stay off of Pens. I only took the Raquel and just kept looking at the ticker to see how many shots he had.
But good game. What's the odds of that?
Yeah, I liked pasta shots. I didn't end up betting it, and he cashed. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a weird day. So I only took a couple bets, but yeah, and I barely probably squeaked out being in the green.
Yeah, I'm way in the red. Probably 10 units down, something like that. One of my worst days for sure.
Po Buddy says that Antonin has now won his last 3 starts with only allowing 2, 2, and 1 goals in those games, and it was Washington, Vegas, and Rangers. I mean, I understand Pearlo betting on the other side because you just expect with Antonin having 2 good games that's not going to last very long at all.
No,
You know.
back to back in Washington. That one doesn't bother me as much as the Utah one. That sometimes there are losses that happen that tell me that a team is ass. Like, but then I said that when Detroit lost to Boston, if you remember, when they were coming off a long road trip, they played 3 games in 4 nights in a back to back, and the Red Wings, like, I don't know, somebody gave them heroin before the game and they were done. I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but not 9.5 times out of 10, the other team's winning in that spot. So, but anyways, I'm going to get into tomorrow's stuff because
Yeah. And I might have to go pick up my daughter in a little bit, but I don't know yet. So I at least have a good hour and a half before she's expected to need a
let's
ride.
get her on it right away then, because I want to get this. I want to get this one done.
Okay, let me pull out my handy dandy notepad, and I will.
We timestamp this to 22 minutes. Wow, we're getting started in 22 minutes.
And that's pretty good because I was late to the party.
Yeah, well, the first like 20 minutes is me just being really bad. Me just bitching and complaining like a son of a bitch.
Went on a little rant.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't good. Nobody wants to watch that. Like, nobody's going to watch this video. If they've never seen it before and they just listen to me bitch and complain for 20 minutes.
All right, the first game I got listed on covers is Tampa Bay and Philly.
I was right. They did leave it all on them. I just didn't think there was going to be much to.
Yeah.
Panthers versus Sabres. That's going to be a good game. That's a really good game.
Hold on just a second. Let me type out these first couple. All right, so I got Tampa Bay, Philly listed first here on covers. Let me open that one up. This is a rematch, right? They just played each other. This is where we took Tampa Bay team total over 3.5 versus Harrison. It was just day before yesterday, right? Yep, 7-2 on the 10th. That was yesterday. All right, we got Tampa Bay. This is an immediate back-to-back for both of these two teams. It's actually a back-to-back in Philly as well. So they're playing back-to-back in Philly 1 day apart from each other. Got Tampa Bay still on the road, minus 155 is a road favorite. Philadelphia, home dog is plus 130. Over-under is set at 6, slightly juiced to the over, minus 115. Tampa Bay 27-13-3 on the season, 15-4-3 on the road. Philly 22-13-8 on the season, 12-6-5 at home. Head to head, Tampa Bay's won 7 of the last 10 matchups. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Most recently, Tampa Bay beaten Philly yesterday in Philly 7-2. Tampa Bay 9-1 in their last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Tampa Bay is coming in on a 9-game winning streak. Just like I said, most recently beating Philly in Philly. They also beat Colorado at home 4-2. Philly 5-3, 1-1 in their last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Philly's coming on a 2-game losing streak. Most recently, like I said, just losing to Tampa Bay yesterday, and Toronto at home before that, 1-2 and an overtime loss. Philly, they will head out on the road after this. So this is the last game of a 4-game homestand. Homestands went 1-2. And then they head out to Buffalo to play Buffalo on Wednesday. Tampa Bay, they are going to be on a front end of a back-to-back, and they will continue on the road to play Pittsburgh on Tuesday. Now, they are on a at least 4-game road trip. They head out to Pittsburgh, and then they head out to St. Louis, and then to Dallas. So they got... And goalie wise, I'm assuming it's going to be Vladar because we just had Harrison yesterday. And on the Tampa Bay side,
you could
will
have
they go
Johansson.
back? Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna go to Johansson, or are we gonna get a back-to-back with Vazzy? So it says Vazzy is expected, but I agree, you could see Johannesson start here. Let me look at the rotation and see the last time when he played and many games Vazzy's been playing. So for one, all 3 sites are showing Vazzy as a starter tomorrow.
They might just put Vazzy in to keep this winning streak going. Johansson played January 1st.
And goalie post is showing Johansson, but the other 2 are showing. So I mean,
I think it's going to be Johansson.
Yeah, I think there's a good possibility that's true. And then they would go get Vazzy to play Pittsburgh on the back end of that back-to-back.
Yeah. I mean, I know it was 7-2 last game, and you want to go the under after. Usually the opposite happens of the first game. Like Philly would be play here, especially after 7-2.
I just don't know if I could do it. And not only that, but in that first game, Travis Konechny was out, and he's due to return tomorrow, which is a big, offensive piece for them, an offensive generator piece for them.
With Tampa having another game after this, I can only go Philly.
Oh, shit. And I don't know if he'll be back tomorrow. So what was his injury? So it said upper body injury. Well, today, one of the reporters reported that Konechny left practice early after taking a puck to his knee. So he's still projected to start tomorrow, but he took a puck to the knee today. Just to note. Just to make it a little bit harder to take Philly. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get back behind Philly. I mean, I might be interested in Vladar saves. I think that might be a good look.
Yeah, except Tampa Bay is a low volume shooting team, and they always give the opposition goaltender this number that usually doesn't correlate with Tampa Bay's low volume shooting. So,
yeah,
not sure. I would actually go the other way. I would take Vasilevsky saves. That might be something.
I could see that too.
But just for the hell of it. Maybe it's because I had a shitty day and I don't care. I think I'm going to take. What's the price on Philly here? Plus 130.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, everything spot wise is the Flyers here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got Tampa on the front end of a back-to-back. You got the immediate revenge spot.
Revenge, yeah. But I am going to take the over anyways.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anything, you still just take the over because I expect Philly to score. And now you're getting a better number. It's what was it the first game?
Minus 120.
Was it a 5.5 that first game? Or was it 6?
I can't remember.
I don't think it was 6.5. I think we caught it.
I think it's a 6. You're getting the 6 now. Usually the games that whatever happened before is going to happen different. It's going to be the under, but I'm just going to keep on leaning at Tampa Bay, although they do have Chernak back now.
And possibly Konechny.
For Philly. Yeah, Tampa Bay, I mean. Because they've been rolling with that really young defense.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to go on spot. It's kind of a Philly spot. It's very much a Philly spot. Very much a Philly spot. I'm not really a fan of the over because Tampa Bay is probably going to try to play a conservative game to try to trap Philly so they can not expend too much energy and have energy left for Pittsburgh. Like, they probably are going to play for the draw here if they can. I don't mind the draw.
So one thing to note too, Vladar has not given up more than 3 goals in 10 straight, but he did give up 8 to Tampa Bay the last time he played him when he was playing with Calgary back in the 24-25 season. So I know Tampa Bay. I played Tampa Bay team total in this last game. They had over 4 goals in 8 straight. That means they've had 4 goals in 9 straight. I know Vladar hasn't given up more than 3 in the last 10, but I would say if he's going to give up 4 to anybody or he's due to give up 4, it's probably going to be Tampa Bay. And that would just force me more so to the over because I even slightly lean to Philly here as well. So that tells me it's going to be a 4-4 OT game or something like that, 4-3. And then you're getting Johannesson, which is, the lesser of the goalies versus Vasilevsky. So that's more goals as well. And I think it's at a flat 6. I could see it going to 6.5 by tomorrow, given the 2 goalies we're getting in net. I mean, I know it's Vladar that's the better side of their goalie, but still, I mean, Vladar, he is holding a 915 save percentage in the last 10 and a 1.98 goals allowed, but I mean, Tampa Bay has just been putting up goals galore.
Philadelphia. They're going out to Buffalo after this, right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay has Pittsburgh right after this.
Yeah, they're on the front end.
Yeah, this is a bad spot for Tampa.
It is.
Like, if they drop this one, it's not the end of the world to them. I'm just going to take Philly money line because Philly's going to be like losing 7-2. Like, they'll probably just win just on energy alone in this game. Like, this is like, we don't give a fuck about tomorrow. You're playing Buffalo after this. It's not even a division team. Neither is Tampa, but I mean, you got spanked 7-2 by Tampa. You don't want to be losing this game. Tampa doesn't want to lose. Like, no team ever wants to lose a game, but hockey's a game about especially in the regular season, if a team wants to freaking just put their stick down and say, we're going to beat the fuck out of you, the other team may just be like, yeah, okay, you can have this one. And that's what it feels like in this one. We beat you 7-2. You want to come out and fight like a son of a bitch. We got lots of games to play after this. Yeah. Philly for me.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that would keep me off Tampa is the immediate back-to-back, but I mean, they've been rolling. They really haven't had teams give them an issue regardless of the spot they're in, but
Yeah.
at the price, it's hard to take anything Lightning. Like I said, if I'm going to take Lightning, I'm going to take team total, but I could see them also letting up this spot and Philly winning. So I'd probably just play the team total if I'm going to play anything, but I don't know if I'll get to Philly. But I do like the team total for Tampa Bay. It would be a Philly or nothing for me though on a side.
Body. You said Body says you had 4 days rest to play Philly. It's a veteran team. They're going to be totally up for this game. I'm not saying that Tampa, I wouldn't mind the draw here, but like literally Philly's going to lay it all on the line here. And Tampa has a game after this. It's the after this game. So I think Tampa is going to probably try to make this a draw. Like, I don't think Tampa is going to want to fight. If they can get a point out of this, they know that Philadelphia doesn't give a fuck about tomorrow. They don't give a shit about tomorrow. All they care about is we're beating Tampa today. That's it. That's what they care about. And that's what the coach is going to be doing. Like, I wouldn't mind Philadelphia first period. He's going to have them all energy. Don't take him against Buffalo the next game. Like, this is one of those games where you're winning for pride. You lost 7-2 the last time. This is one of those games that's like a lasting win that tells you that you have pride in your chest. Tampa already beat you 7-2. They have Pittsburgh tomorrow. I mean, they're hoping Philadelphia doesn't come out like they're going to come out like tomorrow. They're hoping. They're hoping maybe it doesn't turn out that way, but they know Philadelphia is going to absolutely drain the tank every second of this game. And if they are losing, if Philadelphia is down 2 in the third, heads are going to roll in this game. They know that. Tampa knows that heads are going to roll. Philadelphia is going to beat the fuck out of them in the third period, so they got nothing left for Pittsburgh anyways. So if Tampa Bay can figure out a draw here, they would be happier than shit. I don't mind the draw. Yeah, well, maybe you're right, but I don't think Philadelphia is a subpar opponent. And I think any team in the league that decides we don't give a fuck about tomorrow and we're just going to destroy you today can beat any team in the league besides maybe Colorado. And that's why I was almost on Columbus yesterday, because I felt like that was that type of day where you're going on that plane tonight and there's going to be nothing left in you at all at the end of this.
So. I could see possibly a Zegras point. He's been pretty hot and hasn't. I mean, I think Philly scores tomorrow.
You're coming off a big win against Colorado, but it was 3 days before. They've had their time to stew on that. Like, if it would have been, honestly, if they would have been playing Philly 2 days later, I would, or something like that, I might have been more on Tampa in that game. But I'm just taking plus 130. I'd like a better price. I mean, plus 130, but with all the spots you got there, I'm certainly not going to sell the farm after losing 10 units in one day. But over 10 units in one day. I'm probably not going to be throwing 5 units on Philly here, that's for sure. All right, so what are you playing on this one?
Right now, I'm just got a small lean to the Tampa Bay team total, and then I might play Zegras point. There's no line for that yet. I don't know what it's going to be, but with Johannesson, I expect Philly to score, or Johansson, expect Philly to score, and it's got to be Zegras in some type of fashion. So I might play that, and then I'm also going to probably look at some Tampa Bay props. I know Hagel scored last game. Kucherov scored last game. Um, look that way, maybe point, since he didn't score last game. I could see him scoring this game.
Yeah. One thing I got to say, Paul Buddy, I mean, if there's a team that's not going to do everything I said, it's probably Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is one of the most it's a very professional team. If there's a team that doesn't really have bad spots as much or wins in bad spots more than Tampa Bay, I don't know who it is. Like they play, you know, that's why I don't love this play.
I lost your audio.
I did? Lost my audio?
Let me see if it's mine.
It is hard to bet against a hot team, but
I can still hear you because I clicked on the stream. It's got to be mine. Let me see what it is.
It's hard to get a bet against them, but
I got it back.
If you're gonna bet against a hot team, this is a spot you bet it. And if you're a spot better, this is where you do it.
For some reason my audio switched over to a different output source, but I'm good now.
You don't bet on a hot team in the spot. Not at minus 155. You'd have to do it in regulation. And don't get me wrong, Tampa Bay could roll here, but I mean, you got Vladar and that. Philadelphia's played very well for the most part all year. I don't think they're that terrible of a team. I think it's a good spot for Philly.
Man, that Sharks game ended with 9 goals.
Oh, did Sharks get team total over at least?
No, it was 7-2. 7-2.
Continue talking about it.
All right, we're gonna go to the next. We got Seattle and the Rangers. Boy,
that's the next one you got? Kraken and Rangers? Okay.
I already like the Seattle Kraken, and that's you just gotta fade the Rangers at home. Okay, yeah. Seattle on the road plus 120. Rangers at home as a favorite minus 140. Over under is set at 5.5 at minus 120 to the over. Seattle 20-15-8 on the season, 10-8-3 on the road. Rangers 20-20-6 on the season, 5-11-4 at home. Head to head, the Rangers have won 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams. 3 of those 10 have trended to the under. Seattle 7-1-1-1 in their last 10. 3 of those 10 have trended to the under. Seattle coming off of a 2-game losing streak, losing Minnesota 2-1 in overtime, and losing to Carolina in Carolina 2-3. Rangers 3-5-2 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Rangers coming in on a 3-game losing streak, most recently getting an ass whipping from Boston 10-2. And then losing to Buffalo at home 2-5, and losing to Utah in overtime at home 2-3. Rangers, they are on a first of a 2-game homestand, and they play Ottawa on Wednesday again at home. Seattle, they are on the first of at least a 5-game or second of a 5-game road trip. And they head out to New Jersey to play in New Jersey on Wednesday. And then they played Boston and Utah. So it's going to be quick, right? Because you got no Shesterkin.
Yeah.
And Paul Buddy, yeah, I think Everly's due back to return tomorrow as well. And they only played once this season, where the Rangers won in overtime in Seattle 3-2. So it's a little revenge game for Seattle.
That was a terrible spot for Seattle. I remember that too.
And then
really
it looked,
bad. They only had 13 shots on goal. Seattle did.
and it looks like it's going to be Gruby. I would expect it to be Gruby because we just had
Believe it or not, Grubauer is
yesterday.
not a fade at all this year. He's been playing fantastic too. So.
Yeah, he has.
Seattle have lost the loss against Carolina, which I mean was actually
That was a
good win.
close game.
Yeah, it was
right?
a very close game. Right?
Close game in overtime. I mean, not overtime. The Minnesota game was close game in overtime.
Yeah. How do you take a team at minus 140 that's lost 6 of the last 7 games and only won 7 games in their last 10? They play Ottawa after this, which is no big deal. But I can only take Seattle.
Yeah. I think with Everly returning and you got Gruby in net where he's played pretty solid.
Yeah. Ruby's still got those old Washington blood in them against the Rangers too, I think, too. But there's no way in God's green earth I'm taking the Rangers here. So
I could let me look at the numbers, but I could possibly get behind a under 1.5 first period.
yeah, I could see that.
Like we've been
on the
playing
road, I could get behind the Rangers puck line first period because Seattle is just awful at first.
And we've been
on the road.
We've been playing that Rangers no goal first period too. I don't know about that, but I could at least see just one
under 1.5 first period. I could get behind that.
Let me see what we've been doing lately in the first
Quick
period.
has just been like he was playing like super good most of the year, and lately he's been terrible.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
Didn't they just get lit up for 10 too?
Yeah.
If that's not a wake up game, I don't know what the fuck is. That's what I don't like about it. They just but that'll probably have them playing more defense too.
All right. Seattle is 32nd. They're dead last for scoring a goal in the first period. They are the worst team in the NHL this season.
Yeah.
Rangers, they are 26th in the league for scoring a goal in the first period. So there's only 6 teams worse than them in scoring a goal in the first period. Now let's see defensive wise. Rangers are 14th in this season for allowing a goal in the first period, so they're like right smack in the middle of the.
Yeah.
And then you got Kraken, which are actually on the better half of teams not allowing a goal. They're 24th, so there's only 9 teams better than them for not allowing a goal in the first period. So, but I mean, that's all. I'm sure those numbers are like the Rangers numbers are very heavily shaded to the Shesterkin numbers. And as far as this,
true. Yeah, with
and
Quick in there, but I'm still not afraid to go no goals first 5 and under 6.5.
yeah,
I think that's what I like more than anything. I don't think
if you
this
can
is
get behind, if you can get past a quick 5-minute goal, then he should be golden.
If you can hold on for 5 minutes.
That's what she said.
And I think after getting, well, he didn't get 10 scored on him. Who was in net? They obviously pulled him in that game, right?
Yes, I think he probably took about, let me see, I think he took like 6 of those, maybe. Martin took, so Martin played half the game. So yeah, Quick allowed 6 and Martin allowed 4.
By the
Both
way,
of
is
them are.
Martin not one of the most luckiest human beings on the planet? Like, as far as goaltenders are concerned, there's way better goaltenders probably in the AHL than Martin that don't even fucking see a sniff of the NHL. And this guy just seems to go everywhere, and he's in the NHL at least 5 games a season. But yeah, no goals first 5 under 6.5, and I'm taking Seattle. I'm in an angry mode. When I'm in angry mode, I'm going to just say fuck it and do shit. So Seattle's plus 130.
He's gonna go fire.
Plus
Fire.
120. Yeah.
You know what I like is give me Seattle's team total over 2.5. It's a little juicy, minus 130, but with Quick and net, he's been giving up a lot of goals. I could probably get behind Seattle's
This
team
is only
total
the second game of this road trip too, right? And then they have like New Jersey after this. New Jersey in 3 days too. 2 days. Then they go Boston, Utah. Yeah, they got to be up for this game. Seattle's just got way more heart. Period. End of story. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm on Seattle here quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
And the only thing I don't like about it is that the Rangers got spanked 10-2 last game. So
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I'm assuming we're gonna get some overnight money coming in on Kraken. Like, best line right now is plus 125 over at FanDuel. You'll probably wake up to like a plus 115.
yeah, either netminder or in, I'll take it.
Yeah, I even like it better if it's Martin, but
Oh, I can't see it being Martin. Though. Why would they play Martin?
yeah, you would think they'd just go right back to
For
Quick.
Sure.
They only played
disrespectful to a veteran goaltender
yeah.
to not go back to him here. Unless they think that he's completely struggling and just needs a break.
Yeah.
But they got Ottawa at home after this. Yeah, okay.
Got
Unless I
Florida.
come up with something else, I'm gonna go to the next game.
Florida Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be hard not to bet Buffalo here. So we got Florida on the road as a dog, minus 105. Buffalo, slight favor at home, minus 115. Over-under is set at 6. Slightly juiced to the over. Florida, 23-18-3 on the season, 9-9 on the road. Buffalo, 24-15-4 on the season, 14-5-2 at home. Head-to-head in the last 10 meetings, Panthers have won 7 of the last 10. 8 of those 10 have trended to the over. They have played once this season back on October 18th, which was a little over a week into the season, where Buffalo shut out Florida in Buffalo 3-0. Florida 4-5-1 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Florida coming in off of a win on the road at Ottawa. And then Buffalo 9-1 in their last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Buffalo coming in on a 3-game winning streak, most recently beating Anaheim at home, beating the Rangers in MSG, and beating Vancouver at home 5-3. Buffalo, they are on a first game of at least a 4-game homestand, where they play Philadelphia on Wednesday, followed by Montreal and Minnesota. Florida, they are on the fourth game of a 6-game road trip. They went 1-2 on this road trip, and they don't play again until the 16th, where they play Carolina in Carolina.
Philadelphia, Montreal, Minnesota coming in. Man, how do you not take Buffalo? Just can you give me a reason that you don't take Buffalo? Or?
I mean, you got for Florida, Marchand's still day-to-day, but he is due to return tomorrow. It's probably going to be Bobby versus UPL. I know UPL plays better on the road, but still.
No, he plays better at home.
Oh, he plays better at home.
Oh, yeah. Crushes at home. He's like freaking Ken Dryden. No.
Yeah.
He sucks on the road.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it was on the road, but it's probably another trend.
Yeah. No, he's way better at home. It'll be Bob.
I mean, the only reason, I mean, I know they got shut out last time. Florida got shut out by Buffalo earlier this season, so that's something to note. That doesn't mean they're going to win, but that's something that sets in the back of their mind of being shut out. And then you got
the fact that they're not in a playoff spot should
that too.
It's just, I mean, Buffalo is, yeah, they are in a playoff spot now. So the only way you can get behind Florida here is that Buffalo is now not playing as an underdog.
Yeah. And I actually feel like in that last game that Florida played versus Ottawa, like I know Florida didn't have Marchand, but I mean, I felt like Florida was the wrong team was favored in that game. Like Florida won. I know they won. It was a close game. I think it was 2-1 or something like that. But I mean, with Maryland in net, like,
yeah,
I didn't see how Ottawa was favored. Like Ottawa was horrible.
I was all over Florida in that game.
Yeah, same here. And I mean, I get Marchand being out of the lineup, but Florida's a team that's deep. You know, they still got players that can play the top 6, and you know, still got some guys in the bottom 6 that can sometimes generate shit. But still, I mean, I felt like it was the wrong spot. So, I mean, and I think I know you got Marchand coming back, but Buffalo's been playing great. So I think they're just favoring Florida. Florida coming off of the win against Ottawa, them being on paper the better team. But in recent form, I think Buffalo's the better team, current form, in my opinion.
Well, Buffalo is the favorite in this game, right?
Yep, they're just a slight favorite to pick them.
Yeah. What you're saying is this shouldn't be a pick 'em.
Yeah. I mean, you got Buffalo at home too, so
Buffalo should be a little more favored than this.
Yeah, but I think they're accounting for Marchand coming back. But
the Florida, like, de facto is Florida. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
But
I think
price-wise, I don't think you have a choice but to take Buffalo here. Just keep
and
rolling
until
with it.
Buffalo shows you a reason not to bet them,
Mhm.
I mean, you talk like what 6 weeks ago, we were probably talking shit about this team and saying that they couldn't fucking fight their way out of a paper bag. But now, I mean, there's no reason to not bet against and bet with them. You got to bet with them.
Yep, I'm taking the Sabres.
At least that's how I feel right now. We'll
That's
see.
the way I feel. I can't not go against the Sabres here. I think this is a good price. You got a team that's on like a serious hot streak. There's no real look ahead spot. In fact, if there is a look ahead spot, it's probably Florida playing against Carolina.
Mm-hmm. I know they get a few days off, but still, it's and you got Buffalo. You know they're going to be sitting at home. They play Philly on a Wednesday. They ain't got to go nowhere.
And right now, I just think Buffalo's got the deeper, better team. That Benson, McLeod, Quinn line has been fantastic. And Tucker, Norris, or Tucker, Zucker, Norris, and Tuck on your third line. That's pretty solid shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Oslin down in the fourth line now. Like all of a sudden, you got Preacher Around Krebs up there in the top line still. All of a sudden, this team looks deep. And Florida does not.
Yeah, I agree with that, Po Buddy. Saying Buffalo's winning streak involves some soft and struggling opponents. And then on the other side, Florida's only 2 wins were like against the two of the best teams in the NHL, but they can't beat fucking anybody else. It makes no sense. They beat Colorado and they beat Carolina, but they lost to the Rangers and got their ass whooped by the Rangers. Makes no fucking sense. Lost to St. Louis.
Yeah, their winning streak. Well, I mean, they lost to Columbus, came back. I mean, you could make a case Dallas wasn't a great spot, but they beat Boston. Boston's not an easy team to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, New Jersey. I mean, how many good teams are there that you can trust right now?
What I like about Buffalo's
in the
wins
NHL?
is the majority of them weren't close games. They were double, 2 or more goal wins.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then
they weren't just barely getting by.
and I
And you got to
understand them being out.
like, they're going to be up for this game too. They're going to be like, this is the champions. This is the measuring stick game. The only thing that would concern me in this game is maybe they are a little nervous, but
Yeah, and I understand them being like outshot in a lot of those winning games, but that's the game script, right? Yeah, like if you're up for most of the game, it's just common sense that you're going to get more shots taken on because you're
if you get
dumping the
up
puck
early,
more often.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if the Panthers come and win this game, like, good for you. Like,
Well, good for you. Yeah, but I'm not betting with that price.
Exactly.
The Sabres right now.
Yeah. And then I'll look at some props in this game as well, but
couldn't pass up that price. That's interesting. I don't think that's that great of a price on the Panthers right now. That's I'm on Buffalo because of the price. Yeah.
I couldn't pass up the price on Ottawa. That was a price I couldn't pass up for sure.
Oh, for Florida? Yeah. Oh, is that what he was
Yeah.
talking about?
No, he's talking about this game, but I'm
Yeah, I
saying
couldn't pass up
in
the price
reference
of the
to a
dollar
price I
one, but
couldn't
this
take up.
is
Yeah.
a different situation. I mean,
Yes.
I
So
don't
good
know
luck
about
if you're on Florida.
total or anything like that in this game. Like,
Yeah. I mean, with Marshawn returning, they should be the better team. But I'll bet on Buffalo. All right.
seems like betting against the narrative pays more often than not. Depends on what your narrative is. I find that my narrative usually works out pretty good. But when I bet against my gut, then like Columbus yesterday, my gut was screaming Columbus, and I went with a narrative instead. All right, what's next?
Carolina, Detroit. All right, we got Carolina on the road as a big favorite, minus 155. Detroit, home dog, plus 130. Over under set at a flat 6, slightly juiced to the over, minus 115. Carolina, 28-14-3 on the season, 12-6-2 on the road. Detroit, 27-15-4 on the season, 15-8-1 at home. Head to head, Carolina's won 8 of the last 10 matchups between these two teams. 8 of those games have trended to the over. Carolina, 6-4 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Carolina's coming in on a 4-game winning streak, most recently beating Seattle 3-2, Anaheim 5-2, and Dallas 6-3. Detroit 7-2-1 in their last 10, dead 500 on their over and unders. Detroit's coming in on a 3-game winning streak, shutting out Montreal in Montreal 4-0, beating Vancouver 5-1, and beating Ottawa on the road 5-3. Detroit, they will be on a front half of a back-to-back where they travel immediately to Boston after this and play Boston on Tuesday. Carolina, they are also going to be on a front half of a back-to-back where they travel to play Seattle in Seattle, or I'm sorry, St. Louis in St. Louis on Tuesday. So both of them, both on an immediate back-to-back. Carolina's on a first of a 2-game road trip. Detroit is on an island game at home, and then they head back out. There's sandwiched between 2 road games.
Wow,
A lot to digest.
there's a lot to digest. Terrible bad spots, not great spots for both teams. I'd say the bigger bad spot would be Detroit here.
Give me Gibson saves. I like Gibson saves.
Gibson saves for sure. For sure. Yeah.
It's going to be Gibson and Bussy is who's expected on these websites. Goalie post is showing Talbot.
Or either one. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Gibson or Talbot, either one over saves. See, Detroit's coming off that big win against Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
They won 3 in a row. And they're going to they're going to another division rival right the next day. This is a Carolina spot. First game of a 2-game road trip. Carolina's playing Detroit and then St. Louis. and they're going to St. Louis right after this too, though, right?
Yeah, both of them are on the front half of back-to-back. One goes to St. Louis and Detroit goes to Boston.
The St. Louis spot for Carolina could be difficult because they got Florida right after that.
And Detroit's a definite look ahead because it's a divisional game.
Yeah,
Detroit.
where this one is like they got St. Louis after this. But I haven't even looked at the price. I imagine that Carolina's outpriced too.
I would lean Detroit if it wasn't Bussy.
Yeah, it's minus 155. Not really loving taking it in regulation.
Yeah. Like I don't like. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get to his side because I can't play Carolina at minus 155, and I don't like Detroit in the spot on the back-to-back front end of a back-to-back playing a divisional team the following day and having their best goalie in net.
I think Carolina probably wins this. Like, I don't think Detroit scores much here.
I like the under. I like the under.
Yeah, I like the team total under for Detroit or something like that, or under.
I mean,
You can get
I
a
know
6.5 at minus 130.
the last
Yeah,
three games
like
have went way over, but head to head, it's 5-2, 5-3, 4-2. But let's see what the
just
goalies
in
in
this
those.
spot, it feels like it's going to be an under, doesn't it?
Wow, that last game was Gibson and Bussy, and it was a 5-2 game. The one before that was Kochetkov and Talbot. And the game before
Hurricanes
that was
money line and under 7.5 or something like that.
Yeah, I could get behind that.
Yeah, Hurricanes on money line and under 7.5. That'll bump it up to about minus 120. I doubt this gets 8 goals in it. Doubt it. 4-3 maybe, but empty netter or something like that. But that would probably be my favorite. That would probably be my best bet here. I don't mind Carolina first period here, dude. I mean, those games, you got to remember that Detroit just lost. I was telling you about that Detroit loss against Boston. I don't know if that was the last game. I'm pretty sure it was. And that was a terrible loss for Detroit. Like, Boston was in a horrible spot. My thinking is that they're going to be that's a big look ahead spot. Carolina, to them, losing to Carolina is not the end of the world right now. Like, to me, this is a Carolina spot.
Yeah, I may try to get maybe some shot props from Carolina. Jarvis
for sure. Yeah. Detroit's a terrible first period home team. 5-10-9 this year. Last 10, have they gotten better? Although the last 10 they've been better. Carolina is not a great first period, but I kind of like Carolina first period here. Montreal coming in fat. Are they coming in fat or are they coming in confident because they beat that? That was a big win.
You mean
That was a really big win in Montreal.
a shutout too?
Yeah, shutout too. Yeah. But I think I like that Carolina ML and under 7.5. That's what I think I like.
I could get behind that. All right, we got a Canadian matchup.
All right, let's go to the next game.
Vancouver, Montreal. I like Montreal in this matchup. You got Vancouver on the road as the dog plus 155. Montreal home favorite minus 185. Over under is set at 6.5. Juice to the under. Vancouver 16-23-5 on the season. 12-11-2 on the road. Montreal 25-14-6 on the season. 12-10-1 at home. In the last 10 meetings between these two teams, they are at dead 500. 8 of those 10 have trended to the over. Vancouver is 2-6-1-1 in their last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Vancouver coming in on a 6-game losing streak, most recently getting shut out by Toronto 5-0. Montreal 6-2-2 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Montreal's coming off of a shutout loss to Detroit, but winning 3 straight before that. Montreal, they will be on a front end of a back-to-back as they travel out on the road for a road trip immediately to play Washington on Tuesday, followed by Buffalo and Ottawa. Vancouver, they are on a front half of a back-to-back as well, and they will head out. They are actually on the 4th game of a 6-game road trip, and they head out to play Ottawa to the following day, and then finish out the road trip to Columbus on Thursday. Vancouver's on a 3-game losing streak. A 3-game losing streak on this road trip, but a 6-game losing streak overall. Also an 8 in the last 9 losing streak. Montreal's coming off of that.
Yeah, they suck.
I think it probably in reg, puck line, something like that. Team total over 3.5.
Yeah, that Vancouver sucks.
It's got to be so Montreal's minus 185. I don't think this ends in reg. I think Montreal gets it done. I think Montreal gets it done in reg, but maybe you take the -1 or you take the team total, because Montreal's scored 4 or more in 3 straight versus Vancouver, and they've also scored 4 or more in 3 of the last 4.
I like the -1.
Yeah. I like the team. I like the team total. It's probably going to be it's showing Lankinen and Maltrable. That's just over, right?
That's an over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I would have took anyways.
And it's juiced to the under. You can get plus money at over 6.5. And 8 of the last 10 have also trended to the over in the head-to-head matchups. You can probably find a flat 6 if you've got plus money on 6.5.
Mm-hmm. Probably FanDuel or BetMGM or something like that. Ain't nobody playing defense in this game. They both are on the front end of back-to-backs, right?
Yeah.
So why would you go play a grindy game in this game? This is over all day. And Montreal's doing the same. I thought Montreal was going to start, like St. Louis was going to start focusing on defense with this team, but they're not.
You can get a flat 6 at -118 at MGM.
Love it. Might be my favorite play of the day.
Yeah, if it's Montreal and Lankanen, yeah, there's.
I honestly
Like
don't care who it is. I'm throwing 2 units on that right now. I don't care who's in that. Don't matter. This is over 6. Over
I
6
agree.
for sure. What's Montreal been winning? Okay, they lost. They just coming off a shutout too. So the focus is going to be on goal scoring.
Montreal has won his last 3 starts, allowing 2, 3, and 2. Yeah, I agree. I like Montreal here. I think.
I mean, Vancouver's given up 5, 5, 5, 3, 4, 6. So the team total over for Montreal is
And that's
probably,
with Demko, right? Most of those
yeah.
numbers are probably with Demko. It's not even with Lankanen. Let's see, you got so Lankanen's given up 4, 3, and 5 in his last 3 games versus Montreal. And in
Vancouver's
his
just
last
bad,
10,
man. This is like 5,
he's
5, 2.
in his last 10 he's 2, 5, and 2 with a 3.28 goals allowed and an 8.76 save percentage. Yeah, I like the over and I like Montreal's team total.
Yep, and I just came to me, and because I'm in angry mode, I haven't had my my nut cream and Hymies mixture after the terrible 10 unit loss today. I mix them together after terrible losses. I put them together, just mix them all up. Just if I can get it all up in that shit. Yeah, but I haven't had a chance to do that today, so I'm in angry mode. This is me angry, by the way. Actually, no. The first 5 minutes of this video is me angry. I was so mad. I'm going to take 5-2 exact score.
I could see that.
Yeah.
And you got 8 of the last 10 between these two. 10 are also trending to the over. And that's over 6.5.
Yeah, and head to head, they had how many? Did they have any 5-2s? No, not one, but 4-3, 4-2.
No, they had a 5-2
One
back on
5-2.
one of them.
Back in
Or 2 of them.
Montreal.
2 of them. 2 5
The last time they played in Montreal was 5-4, and I think that was last year, January. Vancouver was a better team at that time. Yeah, 5-2 exact score for Montreal. And yeah, I don't even mind Canadians puck line. If somebody said they were betting that, I could definitely say that. Canucks coming off a hockey news shutout. Yeah, they got. Did they get shut out? Yeah, they did. So both of these teams got shut out too. This is
That's
probably
correct.
the best play of the game or night.
So I wonder what the line's going to be for Vancouver when they get back home to play Edmonton off of this long 6-game road trip.
Oh yeah.
Unless Edmonton's in a bad spot in that game, it's going to be a horrible spot for Vancouver. That's on the 17th. That'll be the end of this coming week.
Montreal, I like the first period over too. Yeah, I love the first period over. Both of them are huge. 16 Vancouver 16-8-1 to the first period over on the road. And Montreal at home is 14-9-0. First period over. 1.5 and ladder it up to 2. The 1.4, the first 1.5 will be juiced to be minus 145. But yeah, I've seen nothing being under here, like not even a little bit. This seems like a good game for Cole Caulfield to go nuts too. Slipkovsky, like lots of props too. Oh yeah, Po Body said that. I didn't even see you said that, Po Body. Yeah. This is definitely over. Over. Shall we go to the next game? I'm going to take over first.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next game. Next game is what? Devils Wild?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's see. For some reason, my I was trying to post to the stream, but it's not letting me. I don't know why. I was trying. Let's see if I can do it here.
Well, you can do the lay of the land, but I'm taking the Wild regulation here. Right off the bat.
All right. Let me pull that game up here. Come on. Work with me. Just a second. I'm refreshing. Refreshing the covers page. All right. I think we're back. All right, we got Devils in Minnesota. All right, we got the Devils on the road as a dog, plus 150. Minnesota at home, favorite, minus 180. Over under set at 5.5. Juiced, minus 130 to the over. Jersey, 22, 21, and 2 on the season, 11, 13 on the road. The Wild, 26, 11, and 9 on the season, 13, 4, and 6 at home. Head-to-head, these two teams, they are a dead 500. New Jersey's won 5 straight versus Minnesota. Most recently, the one game they played this season back on October 22nd in New Jersey, where New Jersey won 4-1. New Jersey, 2-7-1 in their last 10. New Jersey's coming in on a 4-game losing streak. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Most recently losing to Winnipeg in Winnipeg 3-4. Minnesota 4-2, 2-2 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Minnesota coming in off of a loss to the Isles 3-4 in overtime. They have also had 6 of the last 10 go to overtime. Minnesota, they are on a second game of a 3-game homestand and don't play again until Thursday of next week where they play Winnipeg. New Jersey, they are on the last game of a 4-game road trip where they've went 0-3 on this road trip. And then they head back home to play Seattle on Wednesday, sorry. Markstrom's already been confirmed. And it looks like it's probably going to be Wallstat. Although left wing lock is showing Gus. They're all over the place in this one. Some are showing Gus, some are showing Wallstat. 2 are showing Wallstat.
If this isn't the get right spot for the Wild, I don't know what is. I mean, you don't want to be playing your division run. I know, like, you could say, oh, it's a look ahead spot because they got Winnipeg next, but I would think it would be if they hadn't lost 3 games their last 4. Although they did get, like you said, a point out of 2 of those games, but this just totally feels like they got a little bit of rest. Is it the 12th? Well, they have played a lot of hockey, that's for sure. But they had 3 days off before that Seattle game. Came home, took care of shit. Actually, that was a pretty good draw against the Islanders in that spot. It wasn't bad. Not a bad draw. When you come home, you got to take care of shit, do everything.
X should be back tomorrow. He's still listed as day-to-day, but...
And Markstrom sucks. New Jersey is poorly coached. The Devils are the kings of the East. Is this a back-to-back for New Jersey? Didn't they play today? Yeah, they played against Winnipeg, right? Yeah.
Yep.
They played against Winnipeg.
Yeah, they're going to be on a back half of a back-to-back.
I mean, you like to think that the New Jersey's going to play balls out in this game, I suppose, but I can't trust them worth the shit. I'll take the Wild rig. I don't mind. I'm going to take the Wild first period puck line too. New Jersey's a bad first period too. Again, that's probably your best price you can get out of this game. Plus 145.
Jack Hughes had 6.
This just totally feels like, okay, let's get our shit together, guys. We got to get back into it. We got the Hughes brothers shit going on, right? Take Quinn Hughes over shots or something like that. He's playing against his bros. Hughes goal or something like that.
Yeah, Jack had 6 shots on goal in the first game earlier this season versus Minnesota, and Quinn wasn't there. So, and he's also had a 10 shots on goal spot on them back on 2022-23
Makes
season.
Sense because they're weak up the middle.
Especially if
Heine's Body Lube, it's the best there. I said it. I have never felt this way. When you're weak up the middle, you need Heine's Body Lube. Yeah. So I would definitely. I wouldn't mind taking Hughes because they don't really. If Eck is back though, maybe not. That could shut him down. I'm pretty sure they have that on the board. Hughes. Who's got Hughes? Somebody got Hughes? All right. So, yeah, I like the Wild. I don't mind them team total over 3.5 with Markstrom in that. Like, I don't mind puck line for Wild here. And I don't mind the over for the game either. 5.5. You can get 5.5. Oh yeah, take that. Minus 135 on DK.
Got Markstrom in it.
Markstrom blows, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very much blows.
Yeah, I'll look at some shot props for this game tomorrow, but initial lean is Minnesota in some fashion.
I would probably take, yeah, definitely taking Minnesota.
Maybe the -1.
-1. Yep, don't mind that. Always -1 if you're going to go in red. Might as well, yeah. They finally got Andre Palat on the fourth line. Jesus, how long has he been playing at $6 million a year and doing nothing? They finally put him on the fourth line. They got Dodonov back in the lineup. New Jersey does. Let me look at Minnesota here. Yeah, total get right spot. Honestly, if Minnesota doesn't win this game, you might want to get a little bit worried about what's going on in Minnesota. Shouldn't be looking ahead against to Winnipeg here, I don't think. Winnipeg's a bottom feeder. I know it's a division rival, but they're not a threat to you at all.
Domino.
Yeah, he could return tomorrow, Eriksson Ek. I mean, that really would push the envelope. That's why I would take it now, because I think this is a like blowout win. Loose change, DFS hockey, and bong rip.
I agree with the bong rip.
What is that?
A weed, a fucking water pipe.
What's
I think he's just
DFS
saying.
hockey?
So DFS is like betting on. It's like fantasy, sports betting. So you create a lineup daily based
Oh,
on
okay.
which players you think are gonna have the highest points, and you put a team together and you play against a community or a group. And so DFS runs. DFS is the type, but I mean you can play it on like DraftKings has Pick 6. You can bet it on like the DK fantasy. So in other words, you just create a line. So you would create, a center, two forwards, or a couple defensemen, and a
That sounds
goalie
cool.
for the day based on their matchups. And like, so you have to create this team based on, like, let's say they give you 150 points. Echo might be worth 35 points, and somebody a lesser caliber will be lesser points. So you create a team that you can within that 150 point cap or whatever you have. And then if they score a goal in a game, they obviously get more points. and then there's a leaderboard for the day. And if you have the most points out of the team you created, some of these you can buy in. And then that's what he's getting at, where it says loose change, because you can get like in 100K pot for like $10 or $5, and you're playing
Oh,
against, you're playing against maybe 2,500 people,
wow.
but
I
you
might have
know
to
the
check that shit out. Thanks, man.
yeah.
I thought he was
So
promoting something, and I have
yeah,
no
a lot.
problem with that
I do
whatsoever.
DFS on PGA, so you create like a lineup of PGA for a whole tournament or for a day of a tournament. I've never done it on hockey. I've done it on football. But yeah, there's DFS for all sports, and each one's different. There's different buy-ins depending on which you know game you're playing, but it's definitely fun.
Cool. Right on. And I thought he was promoting something, but that sounds fun and doesn't sound like he was promoting something. And if you are promoting something yourself, you're more than willing to do it in the chat or whatever you want to do here. I have no problems with somebody promoting themselves here. I've mentioned that before and I'll mention it again. So if you got a channel or whatever you want to promote, you go right ahead, my friends. This is a tough racket trying to get people involved and enjoying your channel, and I know how tough it is to get started. So more than willing for you to do that. All right. I think we got it here. I got wild reg, wild team total over first period and over 5.5. And I don't know, could be some props tomorrow, right? Like you said, but
Yeah.
all
All
right.
right. Edmonton, Chicago.
All right.
Got the Edmonton Oilers on the road as a huge favorite, minus 170. Chicago at home as a dog, plus 145. Over under is set at 6.5, slightly juiced to the under. Edmonton 22-16-4 on the season, 11-11-3 on the road. Chicago 19-19-7 on the season, 10-9-4 at home. Head to head, Oilers have won 9 of the last 10 matchups between these two teams. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. They have played once this season back on November 1st in Edmonton, where the Oilers squeaked out a win 3-2 in overtime. Edmonton is 5-4-1 in their last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Edmonton's coming in off of a shootout loss versus LA at home. Chicago, they are 6-3, 0-1 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Chicago's coming in off of a shutout win in Nashville 3-0. They have also won 5 of the last 6, and their only loss was Washington back on January 9th. Chicago, they are on the first game of at least a 4-game homestand. They don't play again until Thursday. Calgary, so they get a couple days off. Edmonton, on the other hand, they are on a front half of a back-to-back where they travel to the following day to go play Nashville on Tuesday.
Over. Simple as that. You can get 6s out there. Holy shit. Give me the over all day. Over 6,
And it
minus 120. And I'm going to throw a little on the Hawks here.
looks like it's going to be Pickard and Knight. Both have been playing not great.
Yeah, I'll trust Knight to rebound to what he normally is, other than Pickard to be what he already is. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind Knight over saves. They, Chicago gives up a lot of shots. And
I'm definitely going to be I want to just take Bedard and Connor McDavid for 3 shots each and call it a day. But Connor McDavid's been shooting way more at home than he has on the road. But just given that the state that they're in, and I know they're I mean, they're just coming off of a loss to LA at home. You would think that McDavid would just start shooting more on the road.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he hasn't been shooting as much as he was, but I wouldn't doubt that he'd be shooting here.
Yeah.
Especially with the kid Bedard on the other side, it kind of makes you want to show him up a little bit.
Bertuzzi props, I agree with that.
Yeah, Bertuzzi's been flying pretty good.
And I know he's not he
Ryan Green
wasn't
for a point, an assist.
I took a Bertuzzi anytime goal last game, not knowing that I thought he was going to be flanking Connor Bedard, but he was actually on the second line with Dickinson and Mikheyev.
Second line, yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I still like it. Green, did Green get his shots last game? You would think, like, I know you were talking about when Bedard comes back to not do it, but it's almost like if he's going to be playing with Bedard generates so much offense that a lot of times Bedard likes to pass. So that would just create more, front net opportunities,
Yeah,
pass
the only thing is
opportunities to
Green is the
Green.
playmaker. They had
Ah,
Bedard on the left wing last game.
right. Yeah, and they got
And
Green playing
yeah,
center.
and now they got him back in the center spot with Ryan Green, and Green's a playmaker. Now I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like that Ryan Green kid. I like him a lot. I really like him, but he's more of a playmaker. I don't know if I'd want to go with the shots with him in that spot. But give me the over. I'm playing Oilers overs until it makes sense not to. They're just they have no defense. They're like they have defense men, but they have no. They have so many forwards that don't know how to play defense, especially now the way they have their lineup set up. Like Jack Roslovic, what is it with this guy? Like the only thing he can do is shoot and score. That's it. So why would you put him on the third line with Howard and Savoy? He can do nothing there. Like that line can't shut down a fucking thing. Not one thing. So pick a line that's going to go up against that line a lot. Like, and take them to get points tomorrow for Edmonton because that line, or for Chicago, because that line isn't doing fuck all. Frederick, Janmark, and Lazar. I've heard, well, that's been their best fourth line this year. Well, if that's your best fourth line this year, then you haven't had a fourth line all year because that's terrible. And Kasperi Kapanen just, I guess he's been getting a couple points or whatever. He doesn't know what he's doing. Vasily Podkolzin knows how to play defense, but he has to play against like lower competition. Give me Chicago here, man. This like such an overrated Oilers team. It's crazy. You had a miserable month, you'd be happy with a bad day. That's funny. Oh, don't watch the beginning of this show because I've had an awesome month, and I have one bad day, and I act like a fucking 5-year-old who just got their chocolate milk spilt on the floor. It was bad, dude. I'm over it now, but. So what are you taking? You're on the over, I take it too.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got written down right now. I'm probably going to be on Bedard or McDavid shots. I might just take 3 each and try to get
Yeah,
out
I
of
was
there
gonna
with
say
that.
parlay them both. Yeah.
Yeah. But McDavid's going to be 4. So I'm thinking if I can get 3 out of each, you're probably going to get plus money on that. and I may just run with that and then play the over.
I like that Bertuzzi point, and I don't usually play points, but I don't mind that. Oh yeah, thank you, sir. I don't usually do that stuff, but when somebody does it for me, I'll put it up there. Thank you very much. Share, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go to the next game then.
We are on Dallas, LA.
I would take Green for an assist if you can get it at like plus 200. I bet you could get it for a good price. That would be a bad play. We're on to what, sorry?
Dallas, LA.
All right.
Are we going to do
last game.
Hey, if Poe Buddy's watching, this might be a good spot for Dallas to get right.
Yeah, this could
All
be a
right.
good bet.
All right, we got Dallas on the road as a favorite, minus 120. LA at home, where they're complete dog shit, plus 100. Over under is set at 5.5. Juice to the over at minus 130. Dallas 26, 10, and 9 in their season, 14, 4, and 6 on the road. LA 19, 5, and 10 on the season, 7, 9, and 5 at home. Head to head, Dallas has won 6 of the last 10 matchups. 8 of those 10 have trended to the over. They have played twice this season, both times in Dallas. The first matchup was on October 23rd, where LA won 3-2 in overtime. Second one in Dallas on December 15th. Dallas won 4-1. Dallas 3-3-3 and 1 in their last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. Dallas coming off an OT loss to San Jose. They are 1-2 on this road trip. This is the 4th game of a 6-game road trip. LA 4-5-1 in the last 10. 7 of those 10 have trended to the over. You got LA coming in off of a big win over Edmonton 4-3 in a shootout. They are on the first game of a 3-game homestand. You got Dallas on the front end of a back-to-back. They play Anaheim in Anaheim on Tuesday, so they're doing the California trip. LA first, Anaheim next. I'm taking the over. I know you look at these two teams and you say you want to take the under. LA's usually an LA team. LA's 7 of the last 10 of their games have trended to the over. 7 of the last 10 games for Dallas has trended to the over. Ottinger has been giving up goals galore. It's probably going to be Ottinger because I believe we had a DeSmith game in that San Jose game. And Ottinger hasn't looked right. He's been giving up a lot of goals. Yeah, you've had back-to-back games for DeSmith. So DeSmith played against San Jose, and he played against Washington. So Ottinger's been off for almost a week. But at 5.5 minus 130, like I gotta take the over. Like I don't know.
I'm with you too.
I'm more dependent on them getting goals and over 5.5 than Dallas turning their shit show around against a shit show LA team.
Yep, I'm with you. Everything you said. I would lean Dallas here, just because.
I would too.
Yeah, I would lean Dallas because why? Because the Kings have Vegas and they're coming off of a big win against Edmonton. So
yeah, what would make me?
And it's LA sucks. So
Yeah, I don't know. Are we still without Armia and
They kind
Kopitar.
of been going the next man up mentality. They've almost been better since
So Armia is
Kopitar's been gone.
yeah, Kopitar won't be back tomorrow. He's not expected to be back in or projected to be back until the 14th. Armia shows he's day to day, could be back in the lineup tomorrow, but they still show him out. And Trevor Moore is still on IR, but he is also projected to be back tomorrow. But he was placed on injured reserve on Thursday, so that would be a short IR if he's coming back.
Take
Yeah, I
Corey
mean,
Perry for a goal.
yeah, he's back in. He scored last game.
He
He's
won't
back in
be
the
up in
lineup.
that second line spot forever because he's 40 years old. But when he's up there and you give him a chance, he usually does something. He doesn't get enough credit for how good of a player he is at 40 years old, man. Like he doesn't look like he has to retire anytime soon. Like he's one of my favorite players ever too. So Andre Lee got a goal that last game.
And it's going to be Kemper and Ottinger, or at least that's who's projected.
Yeah, I agree
So,
though. You got Dallas playing at Anaheim next, the very next game, right?
yep.
So they're not going to want to get in a war here. Like they're not going to want to grind this game out. They're going to want to try to keep it open so nobody gets
Yeah.
hurt. Try to conserve themselves. Yeah, I like the over for sure. Over for sure.
Pojan Stoner, yes. Perry's playing. He actually played last game. I think he scored last game too, but that was his game back. Yes, I mean,
tomorrow?
I probably won't get to a side, but reasons why I would take Dallas is equally good at home as they are on the road. You got LA, which is they are horrible at home. No possible Armia, no possible Moore, no Kopitar. I would if Moore and Armia come back, that would slightly make me less
Actually, not
like
even a bad
Dallas.
number for Dallas here at minus 120, I would think.
No. And then if I was looking to take LA, there's no kind of reason why I would want to take LA. They're coming off a big win versus Edmonton. Yeah.
They're not a team that seems to. I mean, maybe they're getting hot now. They have been playing better as of late, but
it's hard for them to put back-to-back wins together. I mean, I know they get in a back-to-back against Minnesota, but you look back on their schedule, and I don't think they've won very many back-to-back games.
Yeah, and they come off that big emotional game against. I mean, if you want to take a draw, it's not a bad idea. They have had 3 draws in the past 5 games, but I can't get behind them for a win here. Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, just an over for me.
I'll take over, and I'm going to throw a little bit on Dallas. I try to, because for the sake of time, stay away from second period plays, but I got a gut feeling on the second period in this game for Dallas. This feels like LA comes out, or first period comes out fat, could come out fat. But Dallas is a good second period team. Yeah, 9. LA's terrible second period. That's why. I'll throw that too. Dallas second period, money line and puck line.
All right, we're on the last game.
Okay.
Toronto, Colorado.
All right. Do the lay of the land if you wish.
We have Toronto as a huge road dog, plus 210. Colorado at home, minus 260. Over under is set at 6.5. Even money on both sides, minus 110. Toronto 22-15-7 on the season, 6-10-2 on the road. Colorado 33-4-7 on the season, 19-0-2 at home. Still no regulation loss for Colorado at home. Head to head between these two teams, they are a dead 500. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. They have not played it once this season, so this will be a first matchup between these two teams. Toronto 7-1-2 in their last 10. 6 of those 10 have trended to the over. Toronto is coming in on a 3-game winning streak, most recently shutting out Vancouver 5-0. Colorado 8-2 in their last 10, dead 500 on over-unders. Colorado coming in off of a 4-0 shutout win versus the Blue Jackets. Colorado, they are on the 3rd game of a 6-game homestand. They don't play again until Thursday, where they play Nashville back at home. Toronto, they are on a front half of a back-to-back. They will play Utah on Tuesday in Utah. So they're going on a double elevation trip as well. They're playing Colorado and then they're heading to Utah. What team was that just had that double Blue
Ottawa.
Jackets or Ottawa?
No, Blue Jackets, yeah. And they fucking beat the Utah. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So, small look ahead spot for Toronto to Utah, but I mean it's hard to look ahead when you're playing fucking Colorado.
Yeah.
And Colorado's playing Nashville, which they're probably not giving two shits about because they get a few days off after this game. Is it going to be Wall?
I would think so.
Wall and Wedgwood?
Yeah.
You still got Gabe Landeskog out. He's going to be out for at least another week.
They're pretty used to playing without him now.
Mm-hmm. And you still got Nylander back in the lineup. He just returned last game. Tanev is still out.
I mean, Toronto has been playing a hell of a lot better, that's for sure. Which sucks for me because I got them to miss the playoffs at plus 350. I'm not just figure out how to play. Colorado's just too much of a wagon, dude. They're just dummying the shit out of fucking everybody, pretty much.
I would say maybe over first period.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm going to take the over for the game.
Maybe both teams to score first period. I could see Toronto. Toronto plays Colorado pretty good. They're dead 500 in the last 10. They have not played at all this season, though, and I think Colorado's is fucking miles better than Toronto.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. McKinnon, this would be McKinnon over Shots.
Yeah.
Might be the best play. Going against Matthews.
And I could see an over. Like, I know it's 6.5.
Oh, no, I already have the over. That's a guarantee. Yeah.
But 6 of the last 10 have trended to the over. 3 of the last 4 have trended to the over between the last. Like, they had a 2-1 game on March 19th, which I always hate to judge those, like, end-of-season games. Where you're not playing for nothing, and sometimes they go.
Shit. And it was last year. This is a different Colorado.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes way out of whack, and it's like 7-4, and then sometimes it's 1-0 because they've got less than a full 42 of effort. So, but I mean, the in-season games, you had 5-3, you had 4-3, and then March, which was getting closer to the end of the season, you had a 7-4. And prior to that, there was a 2-1, but there was also a 6-2, a 5-4, an 8-3. And I think, even though Wedgwood is a decent goalie, I think his numbers show him is a lot better goalie because of the people that are playing in front of him. Like, I think if he was on a different team, those numbers wouldn't be as good as they are.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can only stop the pucks given to you, but
yeah. But I mean,
this is the first time at home where I've had a little hesitation because I really think the Leafs are going to play their fucking.
It's
hearts out.
hard not to take Toronto at such a good price.
At that price, yeah, they're a better team than that price for sure.
Yeah, I think the books are adjusting for Toronto not having a in regulation loss at home. How well they've been at home. But you've also seen them lose back-to-back games when Gabe Landeskog went out, and now they've kind of adjusted. But Toronto's playing pretty decent, in my opinion. Like they just shut out Vancouver. I know that they've beat Philly and they beat Florida. Like I I I respect the win against Philly more than I do Florida because Florida's struggling right now. And they haven't beat that great of good teams, but I feel like they're playing a lot better, especially with Nylander back in the lineup. Like that's a big lot. Every time he gets out of the lineup, like I know.
The over, because
yep, and that's why I like the over too.
Nylander doesn't play defense worth their shit. Doesn't give a fuck about defense. Doesn't care about
But he generates offense.
He's a good offense. He's an amazing offensive player, no doubt about that. But I mean, when Nylander's in the when Nylander's in the lineup, the reason why Toronto has struggled so much is because Berube has been pounding down defense, and Nylander wants nothing to do with it. He wants nothing to do with it. I don't believe Nylander unless you put him on like the right team, like that has like the majority of their players, a good majority of their players that play a solid full sheet 3-zone defensive aware game. He will never win a cup. He will never win a cup. Same as Carlson. Him and Carlson are the same animal. He wants to float up by the blue line, get his points. That's his philosophy and what he believes. But that being said, how does that affect this game? Domi is terrible too. They're still playing him up there with Matthews. Eh? Wow. Yeah. Colorado's I mean, as much as Toronto may play hard here, the only way Toronto's winning is if they outscore Colorado, and they ain't outscoring Colorado. If they're going to open it up against Colorado, Colorado's going to fucking tear them a new asshole. They're done. Done.
You got Toronto's team total over 2.5 is even money at DK. I know it's hard to.
I don't want to. No, I don't. I could see. The reason why I don't want to take that is as good as Toronto's been playing, Colorado's going to just revel in the idea of just butt fucking these guys if they can. And I could see this being 7-2 Colorado. I could see it. Because when Colorado decides they want to win a game, they're winning that game. It's just a question of how much they care about that game. Toronto's going to come out hard here, but in the end, I Colorado puck line.
Yeah, somebody in the comments said Nylander on the second line. Yeah, that's where he was slotted in when he played last game. They had Matthews up on the top line with Domi and Nyes, And then they had Willie flanking Tavares, and then I believe it was Michelli on the other side. I'm pretty sure it was Michelli, and then Robertson was down on the third line, I believe. But yeah, I mean, he plays great alongside John Tavares. So, and Matthews seems to be okay up there on the top line by himself. He's still getting off lots of shots. So,
So I wouldn't
yeah,
be surprised that Colorado, what they want to do here, like McKinnon more than anything, he just wants to destroy Matthews in this game. They got to find if they're finding reasons to win games, it's to basically beat the other team at their own game. And Toronto could be a playoff team, and we've seen what they've done to teams in certain situations where they want to send a message, like the Oilers 9-2. Yeah. But the over is the best play.
I'll take Matthews and McKinnon for 4 shots each. Both of them tend to shoot a lot against each other. Maybe even dumb it down to 3. If you can get dumb it down to 3 for each and even money, I like that. But I like the over in this game, even at. What did I say? You can find a. Did I say you can find a 6? Or is everything 6.5? Everything. Oh, you can find a. Well, I don't know what book that is, but there is a flat 6 at -130.
I think Colorado's going to
Oh,
just absolutely dummy the shit out of this defense. The actual
MGM.
defense. Riley, Carlo, McCabe, Larson, Benoit, Stetcher trying to stop McKinnon, and I just don't see it happening, man. Just don't see it happening. Not on the road. Simon Benoit out there against McKinnon. I mean, you might as well just put the puck in the net. Just go back to the fucking center line.
Maybe
When you
call.
Tory, like they're talking about Tory Stetcher is playing really good for Toronto. He's playing as good as he can, but he's not good. Like, this is a what's the team total over for Colorado?
Probably 3.5.
Yeah, but it's probably heavily juiced, right?
Let's see.
-140 or something like that.
-145.
-150.
145 on Caesars and Hard Rock for the over 3.5.
Team total. I'll ladder it up to 4. 3.5 and 4.
Where you take Colorado and over
Because Toronto has another game
5.5.
after this too, right?
Yes, they're on the front end of a back-to-back.
Yeah. And I'll do that Avalanche puck line first period 1P and 2P that I did before. Maybe even the over team total over 1.5 both. What are you doing for? Well, you can tell me after we flip this shit. That was pretty good. A 9-game card, and we're only 2 hours and 15 minutes in. Not too shabby.
I think we've been doing pretty good when we do earlier because a lot of the prop lines aren't out, and we're not going into, like you were saying, the period looks, and we can kind of just go over the meat of the games, and then we kind of just move on. So it's been going pretty good.
Toronto due for a loss, yeah. All right. I'm his body move. It's the best. I said it. I think I forgot to send Rico the link today, but he never came in, and we didn't see.
Oh, he IM'd me earlier. Let me see what he said. Oh, he said he was meeting a friend for dinner, so
Okay.
he
No
might be on tomorrow.
expectation, JD, to come on for anybody, actually, for that matter. Colorado beat the Ottawa, cheat otherwise. It's Toronto are miles better than those teams. Yeah, I mean, but you got to remember that Colorado could have beat both of those teams 16-0 if they wanted to. I actually would prefer Colorado to dummy a team like Toronto more than a team like St. Louis. Like St. Louis or Ottawa, like Ottawa maybe a little more, but a team like St. Louis, they're gonna like by the time they get to the second period, they're basically gonna say, "You guys want to keep going here?" Or like they're basically gonna say, "Give you what you give them." So, yeah. Yeah, I just think Toronto's going to dump it. All right. Pearlo dance for the land. We're going to clip this shit. Jaime's body limits best. I already said that. Remember cream pie. Remember cream pie. Cream pie flavors coming in daily. We have key lime. Everybody likes a key lime. A lot of key lime fans of Jaime's body with cream pie. I didn't even know key lime was a cream pie. I don't think it is. And it's more of a jello pie. But we have it. We have it. And we have coconut, of course. Coconut cream pie. I got to find, where do we start here?
Tampa Bay, Philly.
Right. Tampa Bay Flyers. And the Chafity Fund. Go over to Tony's picks. You already know what my picks are. Remember, when I do this, like selling picks, and by the way, Tony hates it when I do this. Tony's picks. When I'm selling picks, I'm really just, you could go over and get my save props for tomorrow and buy them if you want. I'm hitting 25 and 13 or something like that on save props. So you might want to wait for those to come up and purchase them if you want. But for the most part, it's just to keep the channel going, to keep me going, so I can give you full time, my full 42 every day. So I can toss a little sauce over to the old lady so it looks like I'm actually making some money doing this shit. And that kind of helps. It really does. Like whenever you're going on again, you're going to do that again. It's not like you're making it, well, except for the betting part of it. But, I could just sit at home and make bets. I don't need to do all this shit, right? She's like, well, you're doing this and doing that. And I'm like, oh, don't worry. I'm going to make some money on it. And thank you all that have gone over there and slid a couple, 25 bone or something like that and bought a pick. I think like 80% of you, if you don't win the pick, then you don't pay. So that kind of defeats the purpose, which gives me more reason to make sure I give you a damn good pick so you win. Yeah, so head over to Tony's Picks and do that shit. All right. Tampa Bay versus the Flyers. And I'm going to make sure I 218 so I can flip this shit. What do you got, buddy?
All right, so the only thing I got written down in this game is Tampa Bay team total over 3.5. I'm not sure if I will get there. I slightly lean Philly here, but I don't know if I'll get there either. But my current only look in this game right now is Tampa's team total over 3.5.
Oh, do you? I don't think I played that. Tampa Bay team total. Oh, that's because I like the Flyers. That's right.
Right.
I got a little bit on the Flyers. Vasilevsky saves. Kind of like that. But my best bet is the over 6. I think this is going over. and a little bit on the draw. So draw and dog for me. Yeah. Kraken versus Rangers.
Seattle team total over 2.5, and Seattle money line.
Well, what the hell was I thinking here? I had over first period, no goals first 5, and under 6.5.
It might be. I think he meant to write under 1.5 first
Under
period
first period. That's what it was. Under.
because we were
Yeah.
talking about the under.
Under
We were talking
first
about the
period.
Rangers not scoring.
Yeah. No goals first 5 and under 6.5. And yeah, I'm going to take Seattle. We'll put a little bit on Seattle. Rey Mysterio on Seattle. Yeah. Radish Point. Yeah, I don't mind that, dude. Panthers.
Buffalo.
The hell are the Panthers playing? Sabres versus Sabres.
I got the only thing written down is Sabres money line. I might get to some props on the Florida side. I think that might be a good goalie saves prop on one of the
I was
sides
just
too.
gonna say that, dude. Yeah.
But we'll see what those numbers shake out to, and go from there.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
was just gonna
Buffalo.
write that down. I got Sabres money line too. I don't mind the Sabres first period too, because they're gonna come out against the champs here, I think. This is a measuring stick game for them. And I like Luukkonen over saves. And I never can spell that dude's name. Over saves. All right,
So I just
Hurricanes,
put
Red Wings.
UPL.
UPL, yeah. Pick a peck of pick peppers, as Ian would say.
Yeah.
Hurricanes, Red Wings.
All right, we got Detroit. Probably Gibbs. If it's Gibson, I'm going to be looking at his saves, and I'll be looking at a couple shot props for Carolina. Maybe Jarvis, Aho, the normal people we attack.
Yes, I like Jarvis over shots. And I got Hurricanes money line and under 7.5. I like that. Yeah, I don't know what that is going to be. You get that on FanDuel. It'll probably boost it up to about minus 120 or something like that. But yeah, I like it. And Gibson over saves. Gibson over saves.
One thing to note on the Buffalo game, if you're gonna play Buffalo, like I thought about possibly putting that bet in overnight, but I think if Marchand is goes back from day to day and is shown back in the lineup, money's going to come in on Florida side, and you're probably going to catch a better number on Buffalo if
What
you
was
wait
it before?
out.
Because somebody said it's a pick'em now. It is a pick'em. Well, I thought the Sabres were the fave. They were minus 115. Now it's minus 110. Money's coming in on Florida already.
Oh yeah.
You like the Sabres actually weighed it out.
Yeah.
Marchand goes in, you're probably going to get better price.
Yep. I agree.
Mm.
And I love, like, I love and hate that. So I hate when I'm on the wrong side of that. Like when
Yeah.
I'm on Florida and I see money coming in on Florida and I feel like everybody's on Florida. And I love when I'm on the opposite side and see money coming in on the side I didn't take because of the injury news of somebody coming back in.
Yeah.
Like, I love being in that spot.
I honestly don't think Marchand turns a needle for me on this anyway. So come on in if you want and make this a better price. So
yeah.
Vancouver versus Montreal.
Give me the over. That's the only thing I gotten in this game. Vancouver's been giving up goals galore. Both are coming off of shutouts. It's going to be Montrable in net for Montreal. Not going to be Fowler, Dobish. So over 6, I think that's a good number. I think you're going to end up seeing it at 6.5 by tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm on it. 2 pearls, over 6. One of my favorite plays on this one. Team total over for Montreal. And I got a 5-2 exact score on this game as well. And I got over 1.5 first period as well. Maybe Samuelson props for Buffalo. Why Samuelson props? I like Tessier. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Well, catch me on the Ice Guys tomorrow. I'll be on the Ice Guys tomorrow. You'll get more props that I'm going to do. And make sure you got both exotic wagers and Pearlo's NHL POW on Twitter. Make sure you got both of those, especially exotic wagers, because Tuesdays and Saturday nights, we do it on his channel. So you need to be subscribed to it.
Yep,
Devils versus
I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah, drop it in there. Make sure you subscribe to that.
Yeah, YouTube and X, but the stream is shown in both locations. So as long as you're following one of them, you'll catch the stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays, but specifically on Pearlo's
soon
YouTube.
On my channel too. I don't know what the hell's taking so long. I have premium. It should be on there, but
yeah, we'll have to get that squared away.
Yeah.
All right. So you said New Jersey, Minnesota.
Yeah.
My current only lean is Minnesota -1. I may get to some props. Meyer, Hughes brothers, Heischer. I was on Heischer over 2.5 shots today, and he didn't cash. So, yeah, check my Discord channel for my official plays. But right now it's just a lean to Minnesota -1.
I got Wild, Reg, and -1. So like split between a unit. Wild team total over 3.5. Wild first period puck line, and I got the over 5.5. You have that too, right? We both like that quite a bit. Over 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Oilers versus Blackhawks.
My only current lean in this game is over 6. I like the over in this game. Maybe Bedard and McDavid 3+ shots each parlay. I could probably get behind that too.
I have over 6, over 1.5 first period. I got the Hawks money line, but I just thought I'm going to put the Hawks plus 1.5 and over whatever I can get. If I can get a 5, I like to go 4.5, but I think it'll be that'd be way too juicy. So over 5.5. I'm going to throw a little bit on that too. And Knight over saves. Stars versus Kings.
This is another game I like the over. I like the over 6 in this game. Both teams have been trending to the over. It's going to be Ottinger and Kemper. Kemper's a better goalie, but they've still been giving up goals. So give me the over 6.
Oh, Samuelson's been hot. I got to go check that out. Thanks, Podit. PODJ and whatever your name is. We got it 5.5, over 5.5 in this game. I got it at over 5.5.
Okay.
Draw and Stars money line. I'm taking. So I guess I should take Stars -1 too. If I'm going to take the draw, Stars -1, and second period. Dallas second period money line and -0.5. LA's a terrible second period team, and Dallas is a very good second period team. So it's good value, good way to get value out of a high volume guy like me. All right, Leafs Avalanche.
Another game of an over. I like a lot of overs tomorrow. Toronto, Colorado over 6. I think Colorado probably grinds out this win, but I think Colorado keeps it close. I think it's going to be a track meet. I just don't think Toronto can outscore Colorado. So give me the over.
I have the over 6-2, probably biggest bet. Probably get 2 units on that. That'll be my biggest bet for sure. McKinnon over 4.5 shots, probably what it's going to be to get there. Over 1.5 first period. And I think Colorado's going to ruin it myself. So I got team total over 3.5 and over 4. Avalanche puck line first period and puck line second period for the Avalanche.
If you can get even money too on Matthews and McKinnon 3+ shots on goal, I would take that. You could even parlay that with Bedard and McDavid. Take all 4 of them for 3 shots.
There you go. As you can tell, I only got 11 naps in today, and it was supposed to be nap Sunday for me. So I got a few more. I got to get my nap cream going and all of that stuff. Hernandez also. I'm a little disappointed with Hernandez. I got a call from a lady in Honduras, and he dropped it at the wrong house. Whole vat of Heimies dropped at the wrong house. So I had to deal with that today. Imagine that. You didn't know, like, I just told him to leave it there because everybody needs a vat of Heimies in their backyard. But he had to come all the way back, and I had to chastise him and all of those sort of things like that. So and then he had to go all the way back to Honduras. So that took 3 naps from me today, dealing with that little doohickey. All right. So that's my full 42, my friends. I only have 42 to give, but I get 100% of that 42 to you. Puck in deep. Puck in deep. We just did one. Go check it out. Puck in RNJ Media. RNJ Media Sports. Lyle Richardson and Ron Mott. Amazing, amazing stuff. You got to go check it out. RNJ Media Sports, Puck and Deep. We just did another episode recently. Go check it out. And make sure you're going over to Dre's channel as well and his Twitter at Exotic Wagers. Because if you do, you're going to miss out on a lot of the Frolic. Well, thank you, Po Buddy. Excellent. You guys combined for 100%. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, we combined for 100%.
So I'm giving 58.
So you got 58? Holy shit. Were you born with that, dude? Wow.
I guess so.
I thought it was only the elite that had that many.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Maybelline.
See you on the ice guys tomorrow. Yes, of course. So I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great night. Enjoy your games tomorrow and make lots of scratch, baby.
Have a good week.